Activate.
Hey everybody, this is Travis with Bugout Survival Training. You can find us at bugoutsurvivaltraining.com. We're going to go over packs today, also affectionately called Bobs, short for bug out bag, or get home bag, go bag, whatever you want to call it. The reason I'm so adamant about survival packs, bug out bags, whatever it is that you want to call them, is several defining moments in my life have occurred where people have called me and more than anything want to know information as far as, what kind of bag they should have, what they should put in them, which ones work the best. And in some of those situations, one of them in particular, I've gotten calls from people in California, I got calls from people in Texas, Louisiana, all over the place. And one of the things that really struck me was a lady in Louisiana, and she's from New Orleans. This was like 18 months, 2 years after Katrina, and she had family and friends in the parish where she lived, and the parish that she lived in got hit exceptionally hard. And I was talking to her about the packs and what she put in them, and she got really emotional. I don't know if it was something that I said or I did, and I asked her, I said, what did I do or say something that caused this? And she was like, no, Mr. Cole. She goes, I realized that if my family and friends, some of the ones that I've lost, would have had a bug out bag, if they would have had those resources that you mentioned in the pack, that they would still be alive today. And that really struck me. And that was kind of the same scenario I got from some of the people out west, the mudslides, wildfires, all those different scenarios, storms. Some of those people in California, they couldn't even get to their homes. Neighbors were in just as bad a shape that they were, and they had no resources to pull from. Some of them had to go a day, 2 days, and just barely getting by before they finally got the resources, or the resources finally kicked in and help really got to them. Something to think about. That's why I feel it's really important that everybody has a bug out bag. And think about it, if you have to choose and you're in an emergency situation, and that emergency situation brings about an event where your life is put in peril, or you're in danger, you're going to want to have that bag. Having a bug out bag will pay big dividends at the end after an emergency situation. And once you have one and it's helped you, you'll never ever let it go. Trust me on this. One of the backpacks I'm going to show you is this one. This is Miltech. This is a really good pack. It's double lined like a lot of them are. You're not going to hurt this pack. It is double stitched where it needs to be in your high stress points and around the pockets. It has all kinds of room. When these have the accordion design, like most of them do, and this is a really good pack. Important. They got the compression straps on it. It's got the padded shoulder straps, and it's got this little pocket, which really makes it nice. You can put a water bladder in here. This isn't H2O ready, but it'd be easy enough to do with this pocket right here. One of the other things too, nice about a lot of the packs that have this pocket is this is a level 3A piece of body armor, and it fits in here perfectly. This piece of body armor here will stop everything up to and including a 44 Magnum round. This offers you a lot of protection. Something that I put in almost all my packs, unless for some reason you don't want it there. I do highly recommend it though. So this is a Miltech pack. Not real expensive, doesn't cost a lot of money, and will serve you very well in an emergency situation. This one is Primitive Survivor, another really good pack. My only bust really on the Miltech and the Primitive Survival Pack is that they don't come with the padded waist belt. That can add a lot of comfort. These, after a while, will start to bite into and irritate your sides, and in some cases your stomach. There's ways you can modify them. You can add padding to them. But again, a really good, really well-made pack. Waterproof, double stitched, just like they should be. Hold up really well. And these first two packs that I've showed you, this one and the Miltech, they don't cost a lot of money, and they're very well made. They will get you by for a long time. The padding on the back on some of these is a little thin. You're really gonna have to be careful when you put or pack these, and make sure that you don't have anything uncomfortable riding up against your back, because some of these packs, the padding on the back isn't really what it should be, and they're comfortable, but they're not real comfortable. Something to think about. The better the pack, and the more comfortable it is, and the more options it offers, the more expensive it's going to be. It's just, you know, that old saying, you get what you pay for. And with packs, it's very, very true. This is still one of my favorites. These guys have been around a long time. The good old Alice pack. You can get these online, military surplus. You don't have to cost, they don't have to cost, or you don't have to pay a lot of money for them. Some of them are used in like new condition. Some of them are used condition. They have different, grades. Grade 1, 2, and 3, and just depends on what grade you get. And grade 1, which is like new condition, are new, is going to be more expensive than your grade 2, your grade 3. These packs are like indestructible. The frame on this one is from the frame of my Alice pack when I was in the Marine Corps. I just put the new shell on it, or the new pack cover on it, and after almost 40 years, it was starting to look a little ratty, or almost 40 years, and was starting to wear out. Even though it was still serviceable, it had a few issues. So I put this on it. I got a really good deal on this. The one that was on here was OD green, and this one is woodland camo, which I really, really like. And these are really good packs. They served our guys in Vietnam, Southeast Asia very well, and there's still a lot of them around. And I'm not even too sure what kind of material they make this out of. I really didn't research it. At one point in time, I probably knew, but they're just indestructible. These things will hold up, and they hold a lot of gear. They have the big bellow pockets on them, and between the pockets and your main compartment, you can hold. You can put everything to the kitchen sink in one of these just about. Really, really good pack, comfortable. It's got the metal frame. It's got the nicely padded back and hip padding on this, and so it's very comfortable. The frame really doesn't come in contact with your body, and then the top part is padded as well. Comfortable pack, and will last you, I'm gonna guess, probably a lifetime. Any of these packs I'm showing you, I've tried, I've used them, I've overstuffed them, dropped them, and they hold up. All these packs I'm showing you are good packs. Now, my pack of choice of all of them that are out here, these are the ones I offer up in my classes when I'm doing instruction in survival classes. This is a source pack, and one of the things I really like about this pack is the comfort of it. And you can see all the padding up around your shoulder blades, your back, really heavily padded belt and shoulder straps. This is a really comfortable pack, and it's got a lot of other technology built into it that some of the other packs don't. The liner in this is a really tough nylon. This by itself, you could probably just about make a backpack out. And then you have your outer shell, and with the double overlay like it is, and the double layer, you're not going to rip, tear this pack. It's just not going to happen. The stitching on this is really, really tight, as well as heavy stitching in all your stress areas. Has a lot of mole attachments. You can put all kinds of other gear in other small pockets on here. Great pack. Some of the technology built into this. These come with H2O bladders, and the H2O bladders on these, what makes it nice is that they're set in an insulated pocket. And with that insulated pocket, it keeps your water cooler. And the other thing too is the technology in the bladder itself is they have what they call glass-like technology. And what that means is it doesn't change the taste of the water. Nothing worse than after you've been humping a pack all day in a hot, humid day, and you go to drink and the water's 100 degrees and it tastes like rubber or plastic. It's not very refreshing. Will it hydrate you? Yes, but it's not really pleasant, and it's not something you have to put up with. But it's up to you. Once again, you get what you pay for. The more technology and the better the pack, the more money it's going to cost you. You can get any of these packs that I just mentioned anywhere from, I'm going to guess, $50, $60 on up to $250. And this is one of the higher end packs, but these are really well made. These are made in Israel, and like anything that's made in Israel, I know I've had several of their knives. I buy their ammo, and IMI, Israeli Military Industries, and the quality of the materials and workmanship in your Israeli products are really, really good. They're well built, they're well put together, and once again, a good pack will last you a lifetime. It's not something you have to guess over or wonder if it's going to make it or not. These will get you through. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about real quickly is having a plan, knowing before you go. The reason I say that is this, is that whether you're going from work to home, or from a class that you're going to home, or if you're going home to your bug out location or safe location, you want to recon or scout that area prior to having to get there in an emergency situation. I say that because of this, is that a lot of people, and it's happened in a lot of places, people get stuck in that zone. They take the same route to work, they take the same route home. They may stop at a place here and there, pick something up, but people are creatures of habit. Well, the problem with that is if you get into that habit, an emergency situation arises, and I know so many people that I've talked to in my classes, they were like, Travis, you were right. I can't even think, if I got off my main travel routes, I'm not too sure I'd be able to find my way home. And you're talking about some of these people that live in the same town, in some cases all their lives, and they're going to have to take a different route for whatever reason. And they were like, I'm not too sure I would really know how to get there, or what I would run into on my way there. So when you're in an emergency situation, okay, and you're having to get wherever you got to go, if you've scouted it, if you've reconned it, if you walk over, ride a bike over, you know ahead of time where your resources are going to be, your wild edibles are, where you're going to have water, areas that may hold risks or that are dangerous because of the terrain, or even because of the foliage. Out here in Virginia, you got areas that are just choked with briars. You have another plant called the Devil's Claw, and fighting with those, I guarantee you one thing, you're going to bleed. They're going to tear your ass up, and you really need to be careful. That's why it's so important. Scout those areas. Know what's going to happen. It's going to make the trip safer and easier on you, and you're going to be far more productive as far as your travel than you would be if you didn't. There's no guessing involved. You know what's coming up. You know what's going to happen. And the other thing too is not just have plan A, but have a plan A, B, C, D if you need it. But have a plan. It's very important that you do. This is Travis with Bugout Survival Training. And like always, be safe, stay prepared, and I'll talk to you next time.